Hello, and welcome to the Gin Weekly Update for Friday, March 9th, 2018. I'm Joel Yaste. Coming up, we'll hear from Dr. Tom Morter. But first, the Gin Report for March is available right now. The Gin Report features all of the latest news, articles, information, and inspiration from the Global Information Network on a month-to-month basis. This month, look for information on our next event, Global Dream Weekend. More on that in a moment. Plus, our sponsoring bonuses have extended through March, and a touching tribute to our very own Mary Miller. Look for the Gin Report for the month of March, available right now. If you want to sign up for any of our Gin events, go to ginevents.com. That's ginevents.com. There you can find out all of the latest information of events near you and our upcoming major event in Chicago, Illinois, July 27th through the 29th, Global Dream Weekend. Go to ginevents.com to sign up for everything. This was a very exciting week in the Global Information Network for our leadership team. I'll let Dr. Tom Morter tell you about that. Dr. Tom?
Hello, I'm Dr. Tom Morter, and I'd like to welcome you to this Friday's update. And I want to tell you that spring is in the air. Now, for some of you, it's early spring. Spring is a time when it's time for new growth. It's time to look forward to how you're going to plan your next year. And my question to you is this: are you planning your next year? Are you planning the year of 2018? Are you preparing? Do you have a written plan? Do you have a program? Is there a way in which you have your dreams and desires and goals and vision boards? And is there a way in which you can accomplish those things? Because it doesn't happen by accident. Life will continue. Something will happen in 2018. The question is it what you desire? And we have found that the way that you accomplish those things, the way that historically, the way that it's proven over time, is to have a plan, is to have a purpose, is to have a path, have a roadmap, if you will, have a playbook. Well, for the last 3 days, we have been designing and developing a playbook. Blaine and I were in Chicago with your Chicago team. Yes, Blaine and Dr. Tom in Chicago with Lisa and Lindsay and Boki and Joel, and we Skyped in Kevin Wolf from the Connecticut office so that we could, in fact, plan 2018 and actually the first quarter of 2019 so that we have a playbook. You have a playbook. We have a way in which we're going to get from point A to point B, and we spent 3 days developing and flushing out the top 10 tasks, the top 10 projects that we're going to work on inside the Global Information Network over that period of time. And then there are sub-chapters. There is a lot to do. The point is, we began to focus as a team, as a mastermind, as a group of people who were working together for a mutual beneficial outcome. And that beneficial outcome impacts every single person watching this update, because it's about the club. It's about you. It's taking the information that we received from New Orleans and from Montreal and from the past, and the input that we get from Club 712 and from our leadership council and from members at the upper levels of this club and from members throughout the club. The input, the suggestions that they have, and we put them all out on these boards and mapped it all out and came up with exactly what we're going to do. And let me tell you, you're excited because I'm excited because I've seen the playbook. And I'm telling you, as it begins to unfold, as we move from spring to summer to fall to winter, as we move through this cycle of 2018, there are some fantastic, some fabulous, some incredible things coming for you, because we're planning and we're preparing. And we're preparing not only inside Gin, we're preparing inside our own family lives. We spent time talking about who we were, what's important to us, to each of us, so that we can contribute to the whole. So that that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. We all have specific talents and specific tasks and job descriptions and things that we're going to specifically do to make sure that Gin is the very best club that it can possibly be. And I ask you, are you doing that in your life? Are you doing that in your business? I know I was amazed at how many of you are small business owners by the show of hands at the group in New Orleans. I was surprised. Are you doing that? Are you planning it? Do you have a procedure to follow that plan? Have you mapped it out? Do you have a playbook? If not, I invite you to do so. Just begin with something simple. One thing. Just begin a plan. Put a timeline on it. When you accomplish it, celebrate the win. Celebrate the win. You don't have to have it be the grandiose accomplishment of all your dreams and desires. Just start with something simple, something attainable, something so that you can create the celebrate the win mentality. Because when you do, you attract more celebration, you attract more wins, and therefore you will win. That is our goal. That is what we've done. And we're putting that together for the business plan inside the Global Information Network, and I'm inviting you to do that inside your life, inside your business, inside your family. What makes you happy? Where do you want to be in 2019? Because 2019 is coming. It's time to prepare for it, to plan for it, to get ready for it, to move forward, to go from spring to begin to execute those things. And I'll tell you, it is early spring because while we were in Chicago, we saw some of the most incredible snowflakes. I mean, some of them were that big around. They were more than a couple of inches, no exaggeration, a couple of inches across. These great, big, magnificent pieces of nature came from the sky. It was almost like it was in a dream, and in fact, we're going to Dream Weekend in Chicago in July. I'm relatively confident it will not snow when we're there in July. It's a beautiful place. It's a perfect time of year to be there. I'm looking forward to you joining us there. And as a reminder, we have extended, listen to this, we have extended the sponsoring bonuses that happen through the month of March. Yes, until the March 31st, signing a new member, you get their entire sign-up fee. Re-engaging a new member, you get the first 2 months of their $150 dues paid to you the following month in cash. That will end the end of this month, the end of March 31st. That program will be over. We are incredibly excited about the spectacular results that we received in February. The plan is working. It's happening. Are you planning your future? Take a few moments as soon as you finish this and just write down a few notes. Write down one note. Do one single thing. I suggest and recommend you do it with blue ink on white paper. Somehow, those things tend to come true with greater frequency. I look forward to talking to you next week. I'm Dr. Tom Morter. Back to you, Joel.
Thank you, Dr. Tom. Well said. Well, that's the weekly update for Friday, March 9th, 2018. I'm Joel Yaste. See you again next week.